When people talk about the vocal power of EXO, the conversation almost always leads to Do, also known as Kyungsoo. His voice carries a warmth and emotional clarity that makes even the simplest line feel meaningful. Many fans already know his main vocal moments in title tracks and live performances, but what often goes unnoticed are the quieter parts of songs where his voice appears subtly in the background. These hidden vocal moments may only last a few seconds, yet they add depth and richness to EXO's music in ways that listeners sometimes realize only after repeated plays. Do's vocal tone is distinctive. It blends smoothness with a grounded, soulful quality that makes it easy to recognize once you learn to listen for it. Even when he is not singing the main melody, his harmonies and supporting lines help shape the emotional atmosphere of a track. Producers frequently layer his voice behind the main vocals, creating a fuller sound that strengthens the arrangement. These subtle layers are part of the reason EXO songs feel so polished and balanced. One of the fascinating things about hidden vocal moments is how they reveal the teamwork within EXO. Each member contributes different vocal colors, and Do's tone often acts like the glue that holds harmonies together. In certain choruses, you might hear his voice quietly supporting another member's line. It may not stand out immediately, but it creates a sense of warmth that makes the chorus feel complete. When fans isolate these sections or listen carefully with headphones, they begin to notice how important these background details really are. EXO's music is known for complex vocal arrangements, and Do plays an important role in that structure. Many songs feature layered harmonies where multiple members sing different notes at the same time. In these moments, Do's voice frequently sits in the middle range, helping bridge the higher and lower parts. This technique adds stability to the harmony, allowing the melody to flow smoothly while still sounding rich and dynamic. Listeners who explore EXO's discography often discover that some of the most memorable details are hidden in these layered vocals. Sometimes Do delivers a short ad-lib right before a chorus, adding a small emotional lift that makes the transition more powerful. Other times, he quietly echoes a phrase after another member sings it, creating a call and response effect that enhances the storytelling within the song. These details are easy to miss during casual listening because the main melody usually draws the most attention. However, when fans revisit the same track multiple times, they begin to notice these hidden textures. It becomes almost like discovering a new song within a song. Suddenly, a familiar track feels deeper and more complex simply because a previously unnoticed harmony is now clear. Do's background vocals are especially noticeable in EXO's slower songs and R&B-influenced tracks. His voice naturally suits emotional ballads, where subtle expression matters just as much as vocal power. In these songs, even a quiet harmony can change the mood. A soft layer behind the chorus can make the moment feel more heartfelt, while a gentle ad-lib near the end can add a sense of resolution. Another reason these hidden moments stand out is the way Do controls his voice. He has excellent breath control and a natural sense of phrasing, which allows him to support other vocals without overpowering them. This skill is essential in group music because harmony requires balance. Every voice must fit together like pieces of a puzzle, and Do often provides the steady center that keeps everything aligned. Fans who enjoy analyzing music sometimes isolate individual vocal tracks from performances or studio recordings. When Do's hidden lines are heard on their own, it becomes clear how carefully they were recorded. Even the shortest phrase is delivered with precision and emotion. This attention to detail shows how seriously he approaches his role as a vocalist. Another interesting aspect of these hidden moments is how they reflect the evolution of EXO's sound over the years. Early in their career, the group focused heavily on powerful choruses and strong melodies. As their music matured, the arrangements became more layered and textured. Do's harmonies became an essential part of that development, helping create the sophisticated vocal style that fans associate with EXO today. Listening for these subtle contributions can also change how fans experience familiar songs. A track that once seemed straightforward suddenly reveals new layers of artistry. The chorus might feel fuller because of a harmony you never noticed before, or the bridge might sound more emotional because Do's voice quietly rises in the background. Many EXO listeners describe this process as a kind of musical discovery. The more you listen, the more details appear. It becomes clear that every part of the arrangement was carefully designed. Dio's hidden vocals are a perfect example of this attention to detail. They might not always be the focus, but they contribute to the overall beauty of the song. Another reason these moments matter is the emotional connection they create. Dio has a unique ability to communicate feeling through subtle changes in tone. Even when his voice is part of a harmony, you can sense the emotion behind it. That quiet sincerity often becomes one of the reasons fans return to EXO's music again and again. It is also worth noting that hidden vocal moments highlight the collaborative nature of group performances. In a group like EXO, every member plays a role in shaping the final sound. Dio's harmonies support other singers, just as their voices support his when he takes the lead. This constant exchange creates the layered vocal landscape that defines many EXO songs. For fans who want to discover these details, listening with good headphones can make a big difference. Background vocals often sit slightly behind the main melody in the mix, so a careful listen can reveal lines that might otherwise blend into the instrumental. Once you start recognizing Dio's tone, it becomes easier to pick it out even in the most subtle harmonies. Over time, these discoveries can deepen appreciation for both the singer and the group. What once seemed like a simple background layer becomes a reminder of the craftsmanship behind the music. Every harmony, every echo, and every soft ad-lib is part of the larger musical picture. Dio's hidden vocal moments are a reminder that great music is often built from small details. A single harmony line may last only a few seconds, but it can change the feeling of an entire chorus. These subtle contributions demonstrate the skill and dedication that go into creating a polished track. As fans continue exploring EXO's songs, they often find themselves returning to these quiet moments. The more you listen, the more you notice how Dio's voice quietly shapes the emotional core of many tracks. His presence may not always be front and center, but it is woven throughout the music in ways that make each song richer and more memorable. In the end, discovering these hidden vocal moments is part of the joy of being a listener. Music reveals new layers over time, and Dio's subtle harmonies are one of the reasons EXO's songs continue to feel fresh even years after their release. Each listen becomes an opportunity to notice something new, to appreciate the artistry behind the arrangement, and to recognize the quiet brilliance of a voice that knows exactly when to shine and when to support the melody from the background.